Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all well rested and had a great time with family and whatever you do. Last year I started strong with behind the scenes of street photography and I really enjoyed it, but it was very taxing. I was working retail part-time and it was like 4 days a week, and I had to do my corporate work as well, and trying to put together street photography behind the scenes was very challenging, and then everything just it just didn't really materialize. Hopefully this year with a GoPro, which Chloe gave me for Christmas, we can try and do more of that and we can show you behind the scenes. I'll be more focused. I won't have to try and film what I'm planning to shoot, wait for a subject to walk across, and then having to vlog. And by the way, vlogging in London, if you're doing it by yourself and you're trying to do street photography, number one, street photography is already a challenge because you kind of have to be low-key as it is, and then you have to pull out a mic with a DSLR and a rig. It ain't happening, so let's see how this works. Alright, so we're now on the GoPro because I want to have a minimal setup. I know the audio is not going to be as good, so stick around, don't worry, the audio is just temporary. We're just going to see how it goes because a lot of people, this could be their setup, they want to know what it looks like, they want to know how it is. How does it work in the real world? So yeah, the voiceover will be done, don't worry about that. I just want to see, like, practically, how's it going to work? Is it okay? Because right now it feels way more comfortable than having a big ass mic, but obviously there's a trade-off, and I think audio is super important. So if I like the feel of this, I might just go with like a lav mic, because once you set it up you just kind of leave it, but then you might look kind of weird walking around with a lav mic. People might be thinking, what the hell are you up to, you know? Anyway, let's get to some photos. Alright, so I'm in Chancery Lane and right now it's gonna get dark soon, so I better hurry up. And yes, I like to listen to music when I do street photography. It just makes it that much more therapeutic, if you know what I mean. So I'm using the 23mm f2. This is what you clicked for. This shot right here is just a warm-up shot, nothing spectacular, just getting familiar with the surroundings. Now we're gonna be moving on to Papadum, great place for desi food. This woman walking past, it looks alright, it's okay, but I think if I get closer, if I work that 23mm closer to that composition, I can work that composition to my focal length. So I'm gonna get closer now and see what I can actually get. Got a subject walking through. This is okay. I think if I get low, then the trick would be to get a bit more depth. If you get low, it just creates a bit more drama, gets a bit more of a nice look, if you know what I mean. Let's see what happens now. Yes, this for me is a banger. I would keep the shot. Let's move on. Right here, I'm just messing around. Nothing special. I wouldn't really use these shots. Right, so today is actually really challenging because it's quite a gloomy day. Very windy, not much sunlight popping out the street corners, but we'll make it work. It's gonna happen, mate. Don't worry, bruv. I'm on it. Man's on it. We're gonna get some great photos. Might just have to rely a bit more on the actual street lights. So I need to use street lights to my advantage because it's a very gloomy day. I wanted to see if this bridge had any potential before I continued, but honestly, I'll have to come back to it. Under the bridge, there's a guy pushing some trolleys in. Had a lot of potential. I like the composition here, and as I got closer to him, it got a lot better, but I couldn't spend too long because it would have been a bit weird. It might have made him feel a bit uncomfortable. Next up, between Chancery Lane and Farringdon, this spot right here has a nice staircase going on top to the streets. Now I'm just gonna try and take some photos of the staircase, see what I can get, kind of get familiar with the structure, work that 23mm, that 35mm equivalent, and see how it works. I've got a feeling if I got a subject walking through the frame, it would actually work quite well. It's raining as well, so people with umbrellas might work. This shot right here tells me I'm getting closer. I can truly get that story written if I wanted to, but I need to keep getting closer. This as a composition worked quite well, but it's not exactly what I was looking for, granted, but it's a decent photo. I decided to get even closer because I feel like it would work if I get even closer. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. It's a shame I couldn't get the staircase, but hey, Next, I'm at one new street square, lots of corporate buildings, it's chucking down with rain, time to get low, try and get some silhouettes where the light is hitting nicely, worked at 23mm, at 35mm equivalent. I got these people running. I think I prefer the one where it's just one guy running. I feel like having one silhouette is better than two. Two feels a bit odd to me. Okay, let's see how the GoPro is during the night.
Very nice.
Very nice, GoPro at night. And you'll be listening to the audio. Chloe's just come out of work.
Tired.
She's tired, but she wants to take a few...
Like day one.
Day one back at work after the Christmas break. But she wants to take some street photos, so...
I'm gonna narrate every little thing I do.
Yes, I'm going to narrate absolutely everything. Now let's see how some street photos come out. Let's go. So here we're just on the tube, it's crowded, and I thought it could be a good idea to play with a nice crystal that we got earlier and just try and get some nice shots of each other. Here on the escalator, I really like this shot. I love how the crystal gave a nice distortion to her, but at the same time you can still tell you're in an escalator. That's what I have for you today. I hope you liked me working with a 23mm f2. As always, the raw files will be linked in the description down below. If you want to donate, it helps the channel, but it's not expected. I just want you guys to have something a bit different, give you a bit extra. Play with the raw files. If you're not from London, it could be a good opportunity for you to get a feel for it, play with the photos before coming here, see what areas you like. So I'm looking for some feedback. How did you find the setup? Did you like the GoPro being used on top of the camera, or do you prefer having it as a chest mount and you get to see where my hands are, how I'm shooting? Because having the vertical kind of video, I don't know, it feels kind of out of place. I try to make it work how I think it'd work, but see, the vertical video, I'm not 100% sure about it, but I know it helps when you're doing vertical photos. So let me know the feedback. Let me know what's the best way for you guys to kind of feel as if you were there taking pictures with me. Overall, the 23mm f2, such an underrated lens. When I got my first Fujifilm camera with Chloe last year, we wanted to get a lens that was a prime, and number two, that was also something that could be used for anything. And 35mm in full frame equivalence was the lens I used for wedding, portraits, everything. It was a prime lens that I could use for pretty much photo and video and get solid results. So I went with the 23mm f2, and that's kind of what dragged me into the Fujifilm world. And I realized I haven't really done many videos with it, so I thought starting this kind of this video series with that lens would be a great start. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see on this channel, consider subscribing. I'll be doing way more videos in the future now, and I will see you soon. Oh, and give me a like. If you like what you see, give me a like. It helps the algorithm.